The startling footage we're about to show you was photographed by a 42-year-old, Romero Valadares. This video was taken yesterday afternoon at his son's 7th birthday in the city of Passo Fundo, Brazil. It was sent to the local news bureau there and sent to us via satellite just a few minutes ago. All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
Move, children! Vámonos!
Tá atrás da garagem! Tá atrás daí! It's behind!
Tingles grrrra, pop pop tap tap tap, skitty kid pop pop, and the poop poop boom, skia, toot 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 boom boom, boom boom.
Hey, this is Michael Sinter-Nicholas, and you are listening to Three Black Geeks. But one of them didn't talk, so...
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's October. It's Halloween month.
Yeah, you remember? It was so funny. We did we only did like the first real review of Three Black Geeks that didn't have all three of us was Go-Go 13, and the other one was actually Tales in the Hood, and that was Halloween. So that was actually our first thing we ever did was Tales in the Hood.
I'm laughing that you mentioned Go-Go 13 as part of the Halloween thing. I'm like, he is a 6'6" Japanese dude. That is scary already. So
Just saying, dog. And he got aim of Hawkeye. So
that'll make anybody shit their pants. Like, oh shit.
This one is going to be special because it's just me and Chris again. And wait a minute, Eris, you here, right?
Yes, I am.
Ah, yeah. Forgot you were there.
Eris is our bi-curious bystander for this episode.
Wait,
So-
bi-curious?
Yeah.
Why?
Look, nigga, look.
You know, whatever.
It's okay. It's okay, man. I happen to think that Randy Orton is hot too. I'm just saying. Motherfucker is chiseled out of granite. Anyway.
So today, we're doing another Shyamalan movie. What was the first one that we did?
What? No, how can you forget? How can you forget the I clearly don't give a shit acting of Mark Wahlberg in The Happening?
You know what's even better about the not give a shit acting was the overacting from John Leguizamo. That was great.
John Leguizamo reached for the stars and thought he was gonna get a fucking damn Emmy off that shit. Not an Emmy, a fucking Oscar off that shit. So Signs comes to us from M.Night, and M.Night did this thing in The Happening with What If Nature Strikes Back? Well, M.Night tackled another thing in Signs, and that is crop circles. You know that thing in the 90s that was a big hoot and holler that you saw on your local TV shows, your local conspiracy theory TV shows. I think it was Unsolved Mysteries had some crop circle things. I don't know if you guys remember those episodes. I don't know if
I remember
did y'all watch Unsolved Mysteries?
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Of course I did.
Yeah, and they always the crop circles were the rave of the 90s with aliens and such, and M. Night decided to tackle that in the most ridiculous way.
You know what? And because a lot of people believe that those crop circles are aliens trying to communicate to Earth and all that mess. So they're like, why would they mark up the ground? Like, you know what? Fuck it. But the point is, he tried to say that's their way of communicating to when they writing back to, I guess their home world or whatever. But M. Night tackled this a different way. Now, the interesting thing about this review is that DjTsu, he ain't never seen this movie, and he still ain't seen the movie. Not because he's a lazy motherfucker. I will say that shit, though. But really, the reason why he could is because this nigga was staying up all night long in Shibuya, DJing it up. And I ain't even lying this time. He really did it this time.
So I gotta tell you guys, if you had to name a movie that Signs beat out opening weekend. Bear in mind here, this is 2002, August. What movie do you think it beat out?
2002 in August.
So opening weekend, it beat out Austin Powers Goldmember, the third movie, the one that's...
What I knew.
That's not, you know what, that is not surprising. Considering how that is like the weakest of the 3 Austin Powers movies.
Yeah, it was dialing it in on that one.
And I actually went to see it.
Yeah, I was part of that $31 million second weekend on that one because I didn't see it until like the second week.
I think I saw it first weekend. I think I did. I don't know.
It beat out Dana Carvey's piece of shit movie Master of Disguise.
Now let me tell you something about Master in Disguise. That movie is nowhere close to any type of good.
Not even like in the so bad it's good way. That's the sad part about it.
You know what? I look at it. You know what? The people that like this movie are the same people that like Drop Dead Fred. People like it like the same day, like in that same type of vein. And I hate that. Like they suck.
But question,
why do you like this movie?
But Drop Dead Fred had Carrie Fisher in it though.
And so, look, while you trying to work on that is sad, Chris.
Yeah, that's the only. You know what's funny? Yeah, same category. You're right.
That's this guy said.
But and Martin Lawrence's Run Tell That.
You know, I forgot Run Tell That did come out though.
Yeah, it came out in 2002.
Oh yeah,
God, that sucks. That sucks. That Run Tell That lost to this.
Oh, and also probably the probably one of the top comic book movie adaptations, Road to Perdition. Yeah, that's Signs beat that out, and again, that shows you the power of Shyamalan. He didn't peter out yet. He didn't quite oversaturate himself yet.
This is when he was at the height of the everybody saying that he's a genius because he just did Unbreakable.
Oh yeah,
and for some reason,
Sixth Sense and Unbreakable were his 2 huge hits. Like, oh man, Shyamalan is a genius.
Yeah, he did that, you know, and because Chris, you jerk off that movie a little bit.
Unbreakable.
Though. You really.
Yeah,
you kind of did.
I did. I ain't gonna deny it. I thought it was pretty good at being kind of like, okay, I was one of those people back in 2000 that was like, oh my god, it's the thinking man's comic book movie. Then I look back on myself now and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? I mean, it's a good movie, but I was really just eating it up like it was the thinking man's comic book movie, you know?
Exactly. And you know what? There's still a bunch of people that think that too. And I call those non-comic book fans. Because non-comic book fans kill me, man. They're like non-anime fans. You know, it's like you think you know more than the art form. It's like beneath
they
you.
saw Ghost in the Shell, and that's the only anime they've seen. It's like, oh my god, it's so visionary. I'm like, I can show you some other anime that's just as visionary as Ghost in the Shell. I'm just saying.
Oh, damn, it ain't. It's more than 12 anime, dog. Come on now.
But Signs, like this is the year that M.Night Time magazine dared to put him on the front cover as this visionary genius.
Because he was supposed to be the next Spielberg. People really thought he was going to be the next Spielberg.
Man, you remember that? I remember that. Holy shit. Paris Farms remembers that.
Boy, they had no idea.
Oh man, Signs. So D. So Signs. It's about aliens, but do you want to enlighten people on what it's about past the aliens?
See, what Shyamalan wants us all to know, and DjTsu, I'm going to point this out to you. What they want us to know is that this is about regaining faith.
So we're working. All right. So okay. So let me get this right. So we're working aliens and religion into one movie. Excellent. All right. You
act like that's a challenge, but you act like that's a challenge, sir.
I am not. No. I'm not. I'm not acting like this is a challenge. I am just taking this all in. I'm like, okay, this is an M.Night movie. This. If I'm not mistaken, this was the start of his downward spiral of shit films. No.
The Village was.
Okay, but this preluded to it, right?
I mean, he was still hot, so not quite. The
Village. Actually, this way. The cracks would start to show with this movie.
Yeah, true. Yeah, very true.
Okay.
So Mel Gibson plays Graham Hess. He is a priest in the town of Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
Wait a second. Hold on. I got a question. This is Mel Gibson in an M. Night movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anytime you get a big actor in an M. Night movie, you have to question the level of I don't give a shit. What Mel Gibson are we getting in this one?
I'm gonna go on ahead and say for the record, we're getting. He's coming off of We Were Soldiers, so we're getting serious Mel Gibson still. We're still getting serious Mel Gibson. He ain't quite not give a fuck Mel Gibson yet.
And he's not chewing through any scenery like he did in Expendables?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not. No, he's not. This is around the time where he was really trying to just do serious roles. He was trying to do reserve type roles. I got to be honest with you, easy roles for him. You know, let me be a little bit of a tough guy type roles, those type of shit. But other than that, he always did these. He tried to act in all the movies. And this movie, his acting is actually fine.
Yeah,
to be really
fine.
honest
It was
with
very tame. Joaquin Phoenix plays the younger brother. He was a minor league baseball player who basically, I mean, would you say he sucked, D? I mean,
no, he was great, but he had the all-time leading strikeout record over in whatever the local team is. Where they at again? This is in Pennsylvania.
Doylestown, Pennsylvania. So probably whatever minor league team is in that area.
Yeah, whatever little minor league team is in Pennsylvania in that area. That's where he holds the record for the most strikeouts. So I guess he quit, and now he lives with his brother, who is like that farm is too big for Anyway, well, they grow corn. There you go.
They grow crops. He has a daughter and a son. His son is asthmatic. Hint, hint. Foreshadowing.
Yeah, the son is played by the middle Culkin brother, Rory
Horkin, who D brought to my attention. He's still working. He has been consistent in his work.
Wait. Who is it?
Rory Culkin.
Oh, Roy. Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Yeah, the middle one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but guess what? He acts like his brother, but he acts just like his brother. But think if Macaulay was a little bit more robotic, and he spoke at a 9th grade level when he's clearly only 8 years old.
The daughter, played by Abigail Breslin. This is her first movie. Very first movie.
This is Abigail Breslin's first movie, and it's real interesting thing. I was trying to look up other stuff she was in. She was in Zombieland. The other guy was another movie. I forgot what it was, but I was just looking up all her stuff to see, just what she'd been in. And you know how Google had their pictures laid out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw one of her pictures. Just gonna be real. She's 21. Her cleavage is hanging out. I see it, and I just immediately, instead of me trying to say, "Hey, what's up, baby?" I'm like, "Oh no! There's a picture of you of a girl right there. It's a little girl. No, stop! No, put him away."
Yeah. She was also in that Dirty Dancing ABC movie.
Oh, I hate that to say. Her career is not that bad yet.
I was sitting there like, yo, understand, people. Understand. Let me get this right. Dirty Dancing, probably one of the biggest 80s movies ever. That goes straight directly to TV, but yet Footloose got a fucking major theatrical release and remake, and it was actually not bad. I don't get that. There's something weird about that.
Whoa. I don't believe you, number one.
Look, it didn't have Kevin Bacon, all right? Is that where we're going with that?
No. For me, I was just gonna say the remake. It doesn't truly capture the essence of the original.
What? Because John Lithgow, we don't have a John Lithgow figure being a dick.
No. It's not even that. It's just the whole presentation of it.
It's too clean.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Everything just came off too clean in that film.
That makes
sense.
In
the original, everything felt organic.
Okay, that makes sense. I will give you that and stuff. I enjoyed it, but like I said, I still like the original a little bit better. That's just me.
Usually that you say that about 80s movies anyway. They felt more organic. The acting felt a little bit more better in the 80s and all that crap. So, yeah, I know what you mean by that.
But that Dirty Dancing movie, do not watch, folks. Do not watch. I'm like, yo, how did you fuck this up?
Now, now, Abigail Breslin. What's her name in this one? It's like in like Penny. Bo. Yeah, I said Penny. Isn't it like Penny or some shit?
M. Night gets hit with a copyright strike for fucking ginking from Inspector Gadget. Like, hey, you can't do that, M. Night. Sorry.
Anyway, her little gimmick is, number one, she's weird as hell. She's like a weird 5-year-old kid, but she drinks a lot of water, and all over the house there's glasses of water everywhere. All right, Eris, you heard what I said? Glasses of water everywhere. Don't worry. We're gonna get back to that.
Hey, can I also say how
wait a second. So glasses of water everywhere. I understand it's foreshadowing. Are you sure we're not doing live wire?
No, we're good.
All right.
All I'm saying is, at least on that angle, that's very unrealistic because it's hard as hell to get a 5-year-old to drink some goddamn water. I'm just saying. Just saying.
But all right. I make my boys drink water. They don't drink that much water either. But actually, to be honest with you, that's realistic. That just shows you how lazy Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix are as housekeepers, just to have all those damn glasses hanging out everywhere.
White people shit right there, man. So, anyways,
that's some shit right there. There's too many damn glasses right here. Come on, you don't act like you don't.
So, shit, if I leave any damn water around the house, first off, my folks will sit there. My mom will be the first person. I think I've done that before. I left some glass of water inside the living room one time, and my mom was like, "Whose glass is this?" And it left like a ring on the glass and shit. My mom like yelled at me for like a second, and then told me to drink it or pour it out, whatever, and just get it off the table and stuff. So
black people,
black
people, get this off. Ain't nobody coming in here, mom.
Don't matter.
Must have my shit anyway. But did we tell you what Mel Gibson's character is? He is, like I said, he has his own crops and all that shit. But more importantly, DjTsu, he's an ex-pastor. You see, his wife died. Don't worry, we get into that.
So because his wife died, he, as typical in a lot of movies and stuff, anything tragic happens, a priest, all of a sudden he turns against God. And that's basically what happens. Yeah. Graham decides he basically is more or less saying, hey, fuck you, God. My wife died, basically. He really did have that kind of like, I don't give a shit about God at that point. When you meet him, when we first see him in the movie, he's got that point where he's just like, everybody addresses him as father. But he doesn't like it.
And they don't let go of it, too. Mm-hmm. Everybody that sees him, like every 10 seconds, he's like, don't call me father anymore.
Okay,
don't call me.
I thought that we first see him on his 14th take of acting like he's shocked out of bed.
Oh yeah, we do. I'm just saying we were just painting the whole picture of the fact that everybody in town knows him. But yeah, he does wake up in a sweat, and he knows his crop circles in his field.
No, it's just the way that for me, it was just the way that he got out. Like, this looked like this was probably the 9th or 8th, like the 9th or 10th take, and they went with that one.
So he gets up out of bed, and him and his brother Merrill, they're hearing screaming outside, so they run out in the field.
I don't know how they heard that, man. That was some faint ass screaming, man.
Look, when you're out in a quiet area, you're gonna hear everything. Let's be real.
I mean, yeah, but it was just like, how? You're brushing your teeth. How did you hear that? Like, yo, you could barely hear it even when he walked outside, man.
Hey, man, look, my dad grew up in a farm in Bowie. For those that live in the DMV, if you know where the Carrabba's is at in Bowie, that's where my grandfather's farm was. They were sharecroppers and stuff, and they grew tobacco and. Yeah, that what you see out there in the fields, that's what it is.
Look at Chris, all uppity nigga, all selling tobacco for the white man. Like, D, are you mad that my family had success? Of course I ain't, nigga. This is why black people can't do nothing. This is why black people can't do nothing. I can't even tell history of us doing good without y'all niggas wanting to fight.
So. He gets out there, and his son points him into the direction of an open area, and boom, crop circles.
They've been having crop circles pop up all over the area because they call into police, which get there 3 hours late because rural Pennsylvania, which I'm still thinking like
Gotta finish eating their breakfast for the day and then they can go.
You know what I mean? That's still kind of like that still takes a little bit too long, but whatever. But basically, they asked, it's like like all these crop circles popping up left and right, and she's blaming it on somebody else. I'm like, she blaming it on
people
somebody.
Making pranks.
It's long. Yeah, it's a long nothing ass scene because nothing happens. But anyway, she then says the same thing. She calls him father. He's like, don't call me father. and they go for that zoom, that close in zoom. Now Mel Gibson plays it decently.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I would say about that though is I failed to mention at the beginning the way Shyamalan filmed stuff. He did this thing where Mel Gibson, when he came down the stairs when they're hearing the screaming, he'll sit there and literally have the camera circle his character in confusion.
Yeah.
Now,
isn't that every character in the M.Night movie?
We saw it in The Happening, but this is when the movie. This is when science is really the start of when he started doing this.
Also, he did the long panning shot on a table, just to one end that little to get to the other side of the table. He did that so many times in this movie. It is so unnecessary, man. It wasn't like something scary was going to pop up in the background. That only happened once, and I guess he was gearing up to it. But even if it was, it took too long for there to be a payoff for that long panning. Because when he did the long panning, nothing was happening. It wasn't like it was a tense scene. You only use that when it's a tense scene, and he just used it all the damn time. Didn't make any sense.
The animals start acting weird. Father Graham had to put down one of his dogs because of it.
Well, actually, Rory.
Oh, Rory, my bad. Rory had to put down. Yeah. Rory had to put down the dog.
He tried to go after Bo, and I had to kill him. And it was like this. And I just said to myself, he killed him. He killed that dog anyway. He's like, hey, Bo. Knife. It turns into the good son too.
Let me tell you something. The son is very, how should I say, smart in a weird way.
Imagine, your boy from Birdemic if he got an upgrade as a robot. That is actually the perfect analogy for him. Actually, that's the best way of saying it.
Yeah, I mean, so.
He's a smart ass too.
He's a very smart kid to the point to where he's pointing out that there's like all these crop circles are happening not just there but around the globe.
Also, they do say there's a happening at least 3 times in this movie.
Foreshadowing to a movie that happens 3, 4, 5 years later.
And Shyamalan's already saying to himself, "Yeah, I'm gonna blow your minds 5 years from now. Y'all gonna connect all the dots."
Side note, I still think him trying to tie in Unbreakable to Split, that was some bullshit in the sense of, I don't think he thought of that. That's just me. I'm just putting it out there. Sorry. Let's continue.
Oh yeah, their dog's name is Houdini because Shyamalan movie. That's why.
Oh, no foreshadowing?
Zero foreshadowing.
Actually, zero foreshadowing. You would think so. You know what, Shyamalan? You do everything else. You might as well break that bitch out.
Might as well.
I mean, why not be like, why not be 90s clever like like they did in Man's Best Friend by getting a little dog named Spike who just likes to bite on cables.
Yeah, that is true.
Now to give the movie this credit, Eris, 13 minutes into the movie, we get to see the aliens.
Oh, and it's a very weird scene. So, one night they spot a little mysterious figure out in the field. And you're thinking, okay, they were going. I guess Graham and Meryl, they were going with the theory. Okay, maybe it's one of the neighbors. They're playing pranks on us. Okay, that's a fine theory because people will do some fucked up shit out there. I mean, that could happen. It's a possibility.
It's
Chasing-
butt fuck nowhere, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, look, me and D, we've been down in North Carolina and Henderson. Ain't nothing to do, so it's not out of the realm of possibility somebody doing some bullshit like this.
Is that they hear somebody on the roof, and when you look, I think it was Mel Gibson who looked out across the way, he saw somebody on top of the roof of his barn. Now you probably saying to yourself like, wait a minute, what? How did it look? It was just blurry. Basically, I can put it to you this way: think of the Putty Patrolman.
Yes.
Because technically, on some real shit, Chris, and I didn't notice this until I think about it now. The way they looked in the beginning of the movie, and even when you see them later on in the found footage, notice how they look there, and then when you see him when you see the alien in the final scene, it looks nothing like it looked the other two times.
It's night and day. It is 100%
It is
night
and day. That is an F up that I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't notice. You know what I mean? Because at that point you were like, "Oh my god!" But anyway,
well, he also gets woken up by his daughter saying that, "Hey, I hear somebody on the roof."
Yeah, and Abigail plays it like a 5-year-old. I see someone on the roof. Can I get some water? That's her whole acting motivation in this whole movie. Got to give it up. Good direction, Shyamalan. He didn't make it hard on a little girl.
See, Shyamalan can actually do some great stuff, right?
Shyamalan kids, guys.
Don't, please, don't encourage him.
D forgot to mention this. When they're trying to corner said person on the roof, they start yelling out stuff as they're trying to corner him.
Yeah, like just yelling, just to scare him. Like, all right, and then they was like, you sons of bitches!" And then here's Mel Gibson. Here comes Mel Gibson. I'm insane with anger. And Eris, if you would have heard it, you would say, "Good line read, Mel. Good line read."
No. If anything, that would be expected in an M. Night movie.
Not really.
No.
Again, you're shitting on this like it's the old, like it's the bad M. Night. No.
No. Even in M. Night's good movies, there's that one moment of line reading that makes you just look at it and say, "You sure you want to go with that take?"
Sure. But I think they wanted to make it sound like corny or all that, man. I don't know why. It was weird. But
I find it funny too, is because these is another thing about these aliens. They're fast as shit.
Joe, how the hell this motherfucker, basically the alien jumped from the roof onto the swing and into the old crop. I was like, okay, so did Spider-Man do that, man? It's like so Spider-Man, isn't it?
Because Meryl's looking up on the roof like, I hear somebody on the roof, and then all of a sudden, bam, they turn around, the thing is already like disappeared. I'm like, this shit's like fucking Houdini. The hell?
You know what I find funny about that? Just the way you describe that, D. You're right. Like this is like that time people were saying that M. Night was trying to be the next Spielberg, because Spielberg did something very similar to that in the movie called E.T., where all E.T. did was just hop out of a shed and run through the backyard and into the forest.
It was always at the same level, like when you expect the aliens not to be as fast as they fucking are.
Hey, did you guys love that Dexter's Laboratory appearance in the movie?
I was going to say that. The next day, right? The next day, they're talking to the cop because the cop tells everybody. Because the cop comes in, when I call her cop exposition, because every time she comes in there, she always gives character development to everybody, or just makes it, know what's going on in the plot. She comes in, she's talking to him, but in the background, you see Dexter's Laboratory play in all of its glory. And I'm like, you know what? Good movie. Good. We needed that. We needed something good.
What was with that? Like, what was with movies, like taking stuff from Cartoon Network and just throwing it in there, and it was all in 2002. There was this movie, and then Blade 2 did it with the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, we call that WB. We got the license to WB cartoons, and might as well use it.
But wait, that was New Line.
No, New Line's under Time Warner.
Oh, okay. So they're all
Yep.
all right.
Yeah, everybody's under Warner. So, basically, we get to learn that there's more crop circles everywhere. No!
Mm-hmm.
So it just ain't happening there. Now, one thing at this point in the movie, I did make of a note. And tell me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I'm convinced that M. Night can't write white people. Or anybody for that matter, but I'm really convinced.
Let's just keep it to white people because I would say that's naturally the first time ever I have seen a director not know how to write white people.
I mean, really, the way these are crackers.
I mean, look, it's not like me and
That's
D.
the best way.
Listen,
that is the best way to describe it.
It's not like me and D were expecting, the father to be like low-key racist or anything, but it's like, man, he wrote the most blandest white people ever. Like, Jesus. We get to the news reports, like D said, of everything around the globe, chaos happening and stuff, and the cops, basically saying,
hold on. Did you talk about, you said the army recruiter?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you exactly how this dude talk. Like, they're getting information. Don't you understand? They're letting us all know what's going on. You see, nobody just comes in. It's like the way he talks. That's what I said. It. M. Night, do you know who people are?
And that's the thing. It's like, okay, because
the
army recruiter was trying to recruit Meryl, and then just starts going into the whole thing with the alien formation. I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? Like, aren't you supposed to be recruiting people?
The only thing that was missing was him saying strategery. That was the only thing.
Strategery.
Yeah. Everybody in this movie, swear to God, everybody in this movie has built-in exposition. Because everybody that shows up just splurts out exposition. But anyway.
You saying split out exposition? Yo, fucking father's getting damn medical supplies inside there, and the chick is literally giving them exposition about her drug problems and wants to confess to the father.
She's like, let me tell you, I smoke pot. Is that against this guy? Like, yeah, yes, it is. It's like we gotta learn everybody's background. Oh, but here's the best part about that scene. This dude named Lionel, because that's what Meryl's called him. He's like, hey, Lionel. Anyway, Lionel basically sits there and says, yeah. He's like, yeah, he was the best. He was like, yeah, the best baseball player this town has ever seen. He was like, yeah, too bad you couldn't do it in the minors. You had the all-time lead in strikeouts. Doesn't matter what you did, you just swing away and swing away. Hey, DjTsu, that sounds stupid, right? But guess what? What I just said, swing away. Hold on to that. Shyamalala's about to blow your mind.
All right.
Third time you've been foreshadowed there. Water, goddamn swing away, and asthma. 3 things is foreshadowing so far.
All right. Sounds like a bunch of random things you would hear in a MacGyver episode, but keep going.
Also, before we leave the army recruiter, we gotta say this. I gotta say this one thing about Homeboy. He said, "Wait a minute, that's right. You're Merrill Graham. You were the best thing around here. Why are you training the major leagues, making a lot of money, and having girls suck on your toes?" I think he either said girls suck on your toes or you should be sucking on models' feet or something like that. Whatever. But that's what he said.
So is that M. Night Shyamalan's way of being kind of like Tarantino with his foot fetish here? Is that where we're going here?
No, I ain't going with the foot fetish in this. And this one is, you don't know how people talk, do you?
Okay,
You know how people talk, do you? Do you, Shyamalan? But yeah, now that dude I mentioned, Lionel, and the army recruiter, okay, DjTsu, I want you to write their names on a piece of paper, okay? I want you to write it down there. And then I want you to take the piece of paper, crumble it, and throw it in the trash, because you ain't going to need it no more, okay? I know that was a long way to go for that joke, but I don't care, because holy crap, there's no point of those characters no more. They're gone. We don't see them no more. The whole army thing, nothing comes of it. Nothing. Zero. Nada.
Girl, so while the family's having pizza, town local Ray Reddy we end up finding out. Well, at least at this point in the game, in the movie, we know that him and Father Graham, they got some sort of issue between one another because Ray looks at the father like he's the Satan himself and dives into his car and drives off and shit.
Now, Ray Reddy is played by Shyamalalama himself. Yeah, because M.Night, much like Spike Lee, got to be in his own fucking film. And I got to be honest with you, there's no crime against that. Good for him.
Yeah, just he's not as good as Spike Lee is in his own movies. I'm just saying.
Hey, look, dude, I love Michael X too, but easy. Easy. Mo Better Blue. Look, hold on, I'm no better blue. Dude, why do we give him a pass on Do the Right Thing? I just got to be honest with you. Mookie was a fucking dickhead.
Radio!
Why do we give Spike Lee's acting a pass in that movie?
Because he's acting like fucking Spike Lee. That's the easiest shit you could possibly do. You can't fuck that up. And it's like, yeah, he did pretty good.
Be honest with you. I just want to be honest with you. None of this would have happened. He just gave him his own raise, man. None of this shit would have happened.
Side tangent though. So you really think if Sal actually paid him his damn money, he wouldn't have thrown that trash can through the window?
Nah, that wasn't gonna happen. Actually, that
was gonna happen regardless. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. You kill Radio Raheem, niggas is going in.
Yeah. If it didn't happen there, it was gonna happen 2 weeks later when somebody got drunk.
True.
Come on, dude. He knew that was gonna happen, man. It's Brooklyn. Every time they see each other, he's like dips off into another car. Like, he's just trying to rolls out, man. Anyway.
They get back to the house. Baby monitor. Apparently, little Morgan over here hooked up the baby monitor and has it hooked up inside the house. Not inside the house, but he actually has it out in the field and they hear noises.
Yeah. McCullough, yeah, that's right, everybody. Rory Culkin used a baby monitor to pick up alien chatter.
Yeah, that happened.
Hey, if it worked for the kid in Radio Flyer, why not this?
You know what?
You brought up that fucking movie?
I did.
He did. Now, here's the funny thing. While I'm going to be Chris. I'm going to be you, Chris, for 2 seconds. While I'm not saying you can't do it, that's still stupid as shit. End quote. You know what? Chris has said that about a lot of. I forgot what movie you said that about. Just because you can't do it, that's just another way of saying it. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
And you know what? Just Ian Malcolm this, please.
Yeah, this is an Ian Malcolm moment. Like, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. I'm like, okay, so you can pick up radio chatter. I'm like, okay, so how's that going? Like, whatever. Anyway, that's when we go to the next night and they hear something in the field. So they go out there to go to the field, and that's what it was. It's so funny though, DjTsu. Check this shit out. So Mel Gibson out there is like, I'm coming after you. Get out. I won't call the cops. I just wanted to stop. That type of crap. Being white about it.
My daughter doesn't like black people. What's going on here?
It's okay. I understand your views. If you want to smoke your meth, you can. But anyway. So, yeah, it's one of those big old jumbo flashlights that take deep batteries and shit, right? So anyway, he trips up and hits the ground, and the light goes off. I'm laughing like, ha, you got the dollar store kind that you got to screw in all the way because the light bulb keep on fucking around. So he picks it up, right? And after one hit, it cuts back on, and then all you see is an alien's foot going inside the crop circle. Mel Gibson does what any black person would do in that instance and runs like a motherfucker.
Listen. I only have to see it one time before I'm like, all right, folks, we're gonna go on a trip, guys. You ready to go? You want to go on a trip? Let's go to North Carolina, guys. Let's go.
No, right there, Pennsylvania. I'm like, okay, we're going to the city. But Paul, why are we going to the city? We're going to the city.
We're going to New York. We're going to Pittsburgh. All right.
So we're going to Pittsburgh. We're getting away from this podunk town. But oh
You
man,
ready to get some cheesesteaks? Let's go to Philly. I feel like Philly. I watched this whole movie beginning, and I told D this. Now, on a scale, were you at any point in time, back when this movie came out, were you creeped out about seeing the little aliens and stuff? Or were you just kind of like, okay, this is just funny?
as a kid that grew up with a weird phobia of aliens, it's kind of funny. This is weird to me, man. You think a kid from the hood be more scared of a nigga robbing him and shooting him in the back of the head? I mean, while those nightmares occur, it really doesn't affect me a lot. But here's the thing. Here's the weird thing about it. I was really creeped out about a lot of aliens. These didn't. Not at all.
Okay.
I'm not even joking. I'm trying to, like, outside of the jump scare sting that they gave them, nothing.
Because I'll be honest with you, like seeing like the atmosphere there, it just reminded me of where my great grandparents lived down in Robbins. Just that like kind of you're out in the country.
Yeah, I get I get that. I get the isolation country feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I understand that where there's nothing around you, and
like they look like the type of people that leave their door unlocked at night and shit.
But you know what? It's kind of funny when I think about it now. Only white people can be scared of fucking aliens coming down to Earth and snatching them away from their homes and their family and their way of life. White people, this does not click in no type of way to you. No, does it? Anything?
Gotta be real about this. Really thinking back on this. Have we ever seen any alien abduction movie with black people getting abducted? I've never seen one.
But the only one
I have not seen that.
Now, the only one I seen was this very, very clever, stupid documentary, mockumentary, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but it was all staged. It was a stage documentary about how these aliens came down to this farm and basically took out a whole family.
It's like, what?
And it was captured, quote unquote, on videotape. And the effects for it was pretty damn good, but as a story and as an actual thing, it wasn't scary. It was just more of it was sort of like that. Yeah. It was sort of like that. That being said, I think I got to do that for BAM. Anyway,
I gotta ask you this though. So the family, they're recording these alien things on tape, and I laugh at the fact they recorded over Homeboy's swimsuit special VHS recording.
Now, yeah, they did. Now, actually, the best part about this is this. Your boy Morgan, Rory Culkin, he grabbed his sister's ballerina tape, and she was like, "No, that's my ballerina tape." Bo, you have to understand what we're dealing with right now is a phenomenon above any human understanding. The fate of the world is on this. You will want to have this recorded for your children one day, Bo. For your children. Okay, I guess you're right. Stop. Question. The 3 Black Geeks. So, Rory Culkin, I got a question. When Dr. Gero built you and the other androids, did you get a specific number? Yo, he is so
it's like, why, yes, D, I'm number 7.
Well, yes, D, I'm number 7. God, but yeah.
But yeah, it's funny because they cut to Graham and Meryl. They're still watching TV, like, I don't know how many hours later, because both kids are out and stuff, and they're kind of talking about it and stuff, and that's when Graham opens up about, like, just what happened when his wife got killed and stuff, and just her last words were literally, swing away.
You hear that? Keep that in mind. Swing away.
Tell Meryl, swing away. Those were her last words.
They're really pushing this damn foreshadowing.
Nigga. See, that's the thing you have to understand about Shyamalalama. He's building a temple, son, and you must behold the temple.
That's 4 foreshadow stuff so far. 4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, the next day, the kids are all the way into the tinfoil hat territory at this point, because Morgan goes out and buys a book about aliens and all the rest of the shit, while the world is going nuts at this point. Now, it's so funny, as they're going through the book, Mel Gibson is with them, right? And they flip it through the book, and you see a house set on fire by an alien spaceship. And in the yard, there are 3 dead bodies, and the house looks exactly like theirs by a crop and all that. And here's me. Who the fuck drew that?
Graham decides he's leaving and he's going to visit Ray. Meryl is watching local TV and watching the stuff from live in Mexico City. And to describe the scene, I don't like watching it now. It's not creepy, but then I thought it was creepy and stuff. What's weird about this scene? Okay, so they cut to Mexico City, and it was live footage of, I guess, these kids were having a party and stuff, lots of screaming and stuff. And at one point, Meryl's telling the kids, like, move out of the way, kids, move out of the way. And then, bam, you see the alien walk past the camera, kind of like, you know, the old Bigfoot pictures and shit of people that you see on TV. They're like, hey, Bigfoot exists, and it's that old picture of him walking.
Dude, you got it wrong. He was like, Vominos children! Yo, I take it back. I'll take it back, M.Night. You do know how to write white people.
Vominos, kids, vominos.
But yeah, he's right. Because it was like the shoulder dip and all that shit. Yeah, it was just like Bigfoot.
Now, I was telling D this offline. I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure there was about at least 15 adults there. You mean 15 adults couldn't circle this thing and just beat the shit out of it like a damn bat or something here? Is that where we're at with this? It was one goddamn alien.
Tell me nobody with a bat or a gun. Nobody.
Or a pitchfork or something? Shit. But they played it up as like this big moment too. That was also another thing about it as well. Oh my god, it's the big alien reveal. And it's like, okay.
It wasn't the big alien reveal. Now, I get if anybody was shocked about it, because like I said, you heard the stinger music with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, and also Joaquin, you know, jumping back and scared. Like, ah!
Oh, that was exactly what he said. Oh!
So, we cut back to Graham. He's at Ray's, and he's, like, walking around. And Ray is sitting in his car with the 1,000-yard stare.
Just sits there. He's like, and now what we should know about these two is that they have not spoke since the day of his wife's tragic death, how she was killed in an accident. He was driving on the road one day, and he was driving a truck, and he fell asleep and at the wheel and accidentally hit her and killed her. Now, she got it real bad. We'll get to that. Don't worry. She got it real bad, but at the same time, for real, M.Night.
Let's jump ahead. So, anytime you see a situation where somebody gets in an accident, you know, the person gets hit and they maybe just be laying on the ground and they probably internal bleeding. M.Night just says, you know what? That's just not good enough. So, Ray ends up hitting his wife. The problem is she's pinned against it to where if they reverse the vehicle, it's basically she's dead. And I'm like, so is she... No, not officially dead, but isn't it like if they took it apart, like her body would fall apart or something like that? He's explaining like, hey, you know, I caught one of the aliens. The alien is inside the pantry. You know, they seem to be afraid of water. I'm going to the lake.
I don't think they like water. And he locked it in the pantry. Now, I got a question, Eris. If you lock the alien inside your pantry, will you just go off and not tell nobody that you did that?
First, wait a minute. So you're telling me that first of all I have to get I captured an alien, and of all places I put it in the pantry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, locked it in the pantry. Good for you. But you mean to tell me you don't call the news or nobody?
I mean,
you know, the army,
I would call. Look, somebody would be on speed dial ASAP.
Yeah. Or your buddies like, hey, y'all, we about to cornhole us and
we're like, we're about to cornhole us an extraterrestrial.
Extra-testicle. Like, wait, what did I say? Terrestrial.
See, here's my thing, right? If me and D, if all three of us are writing this movie, right, there has to be kind of like, okay, so we still have the movie that ends, but then we still don't address the alien in the cabinet. I would literally, during the credits, cut to like cops and the townspeople going to Ray's house and cornering this alien in the pantry. And just doing fucked up shit to it and stuff.
Bend over.
Or spray this water on you.
Hey, I locked one of them niggas up, man. So do something about that. It's like, wait a minute, get 911. What are you? Anyway, so
see, if it was us, we would do that. But no, father doesn't do that. He goes in there with his curiosity of white people, and he approaches it, and he looks under the door. Doesn't see anything.
Doesn't see nothing at all. All of a sudden, he has a knife. Now, the knife is shiny enough where you can get a reflection. And all you see is fingers coming at him. And the second the fingers come at him, he just chops off the alien's fingers and rolls the fuck out.
And the alien screams too.
Oh, by the way, he doesn't tell nobody that there's an alien in that house.
Yeah, so so he goes back home, and they make the decision to hunker down at the house and such. And they kind of play it off as though the family is kind of like death row and stuff. Like, hey, what would you guys like to eat? Your last meal, you know?
Like, what I had to eat? Like, yeah, I had like, you know what? It's always special to have those moments with your kids. But here's the thing about kids: kids already know that this last meal is us about to die. We ain't stupid, Dad. Because those kids looked at Mel Gibson like, Dad, why you cry? I ain't crying, man. You're drilling.
So he made like steak, potatoes, spaghetti, and a whole bunch of stuff. And all of a sudden, like, he just has this emotionally breakdown where, you know, talking about the mom and stuff, and he's eating while crying and stuff. It's white people shit. Fuck it. It's white people shit.
Dad, don't cry. Don't cry. I just love y'all guys so much.
The 5-year-old is crying because 5-year-olds don't know what the fuck is happening, so she's just crying too.
Joaquin Phoenix is like, no, you know what they all is? Like, these aliens are going to kill us, ain't they? Yo, but it's so funny. I like how your boy Morgan just said, "This is bullshit, Dad." I'm like, with no repercussions. I tell you, man, white privilege is a motherfucker, isn't it? Just mean it, man.
Dishes in the sink, and they're just kind of just figuring out what they're gonna do, their next move and stuff. And they decide to barricade the whole house.
I like how not even the news, but the army experts are all like, it looks like they're hostile now. So we gotta take precautions. I'm like, oh shit, you don't say.
Yeah.
Newsman, look, the newsman gave up. You know he gave up when he goes, God be with us all. You know it's over. You know it's over.
I mean, if knowing what he knew then about water killing them, I'll have been that asshole and be like, all right, we're going to have to bring the water hose in here, and I'm going to fucking flood this damn pantry. Kill this son of a bitch.
Check this shit out. So, they like you said, they board up the whole house and all
Windows
that
and all that stuff.
Right? Yeah, then the baby monitor goes off. You know, the baby monitor that can obviously pick up chatter from the alien radios. Speaking of which, here's the thing. Here's the weird thing. We don't see that spaceship not once.
Nah, just stuff off the TV shows, like stock footage of alien stuff from TV shows and stuff, basically.
Yeah, basically, man. Like, do you know those lights that always show up above New Mexico and people go crazy over them? Yeah. Even though everybody told them, like, no, literally, those are flares. Stop it. Stop.
Plus, there's an Air Force base near you, so, you know, just FYI.
like y'all don't know shit. Y'all that stupid. Anyway, he's like, nah, see what happened? The government has ET over there.
Area 51. That's what the government don't tell you.
You know, Area 51 don't come up over a map. It does come up on the map. You just can't see what's in it. You dumb shits. Anyway, but yeah, then it hits you again. It's a whole lot of fucking exposition in this goddamn movie. God, it is.
So they figure out, the geniuses that they are, oh shit, we didn't barricade the attic.
So they're like, okay. They basically go all the way down. They basically they boarded themselves up everywhere. And all of a sudden, you hear the aliens finally get there.
It's like, it feels like when you're in an apartment and you hear your upstairs neighbor like fumbling around upstairs. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounded like that. And they're trying to get in. They're trying to break through and all that. And finally, I guess they figured out how to get inside, right?
Yeah.
Now, I forgot to tell you, I forgot to mention. They killed a dog. So
Because
Aliens don't like dogs.
No, they kill a dog because animals have to die in M.Night movies.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, have to. But anyway, they make it inside. They go all the way downstairs. Now, it was so funny. When I say they say a lot of exposition, Mel Gibson, to calm the kids down, we have to see him. He's like, I remember the day you were born, and I remember the day you were born. Meanwhile, as aliens are trying to bust inside the house, I get what you're trying to do, Mel, but it's just stupid. So anyway, they all
to
go
the basement.
Yeah, they all get into the basement and all that shit. They're still hearing all that stuff, all the stomping and all that. And finally, everything looks like it's going to be all right. Whole lot of nothing happens, right? Then the hand comes out. Oh my God! It actually grabs Macaulay. I said Macaulay. It actually grabs Morgan. This motherfucker passes the fuck out and actually starts having an asthma attack.
Dark and stuff, and it just gets all weird. And like you said, he gets an asthma attack, and he starts telling him, all right, you need to breathe in and all that stuff. They're doing breathing exercises basically and stuff. So
yeah.
So you cut to as the night goes on and stuff, and everything dies down. They get word on the radio, hey, the aliens dipped from Earth.
Yeah, they're leaving in droves, and it's like, wow. So, guess invasion's over. Oh God!
So they go upstairs, and they're just trying to get their games around them and stuff, and they're looking for a homeboy's asthma inhaler and stuff, because they're like, hey, we need to get his inhaler so we can get, he's good to go and stuff, and they're just trying to figure things out. Yeah, Mr. Alien that lost his fingers is just chilling in the living room.
Yes, the alien that got his fingers chopped off is magically in Mel Gibson's house, like, yeah, like Devo, like, yeah, I forgot.
Round two, bitch. Round two, bitch. Let's go. You think we're joking? You think we're joking, people? He's literally in the goddamn living room.
Yo, he has Morgan in his arms, passed out. Now, shout outs to Bo, because this little bitch ain't said a damn thing. Seriously, she just stood there. And shout out to Joaquin Phoenix also, who was like, what do we do? And then, after all this is happening, we finally get to see the last moments of Mel Gibson's wife's life. And yeah, it's very tragic. She died, and all of a sudden, it's like she starts telling the future out of nowhere, right? Yeah. And all of a sudden, everything clicks with Mel. She's like, swing away. He looks up, sees the baseball bat, learns that they're scared of water. He learns that the aliens are weak to water. Then he noticed all the glasses of water everywhere. Eris! Signs! There are signs everywhere.
Yo, that standoff in the living room was so weird, because I'm like, the alien could have snapped that kid's neck at any point in time where they're staring at this thing for 5 minutes here.
Now, luckily for them, the alien didn't do nothing but started jizzing all over this little kid's face. That was jizz to me. I don't care what y'all say. He like shot this smoke up around his face and all that shit. And y'all, like I said, y'all say, oh, D, that's nothing. That's like he tried to put him to sleep or something. Like, nah, he jizzed in that little kid's face, man. That's disgusting.
Hey, look, that alien could take a bat, though, because that alien was literally taking it like, what the fuck was that? What was that?
Yeah, man. Joaquin Phoenix starts wailing at this nigga like Cody in a motherfucking Final Fight game with a bat. This dude just like whack, whack, whack. And God, man, all of a sudden he gets attacked with all the water that Bo left around the house. They just started splashing this nigga with, man, and they kill him.
I like how she looked at him. I like how she looked at him like, see, there was reasons why we put water in the house.
See, Dad? No, Bo. Your lazy ass need to learn how to wash some dishes. This stops.
No, the alien was smart. I'm surprised the alien didn't just dive out the house after he got hit with the water initially.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that point. At that point, I'd do the little Spider-Man thing that I did earlier in the movie. Before the alien changed shape and size and all the rest. This movie's stupid.
But did you love the first-person view of the alien when he's getting hit by the bat?
Yeah, that was actually kind of okay.
As the water hits him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm drowning."
But you want to know why we didn't? Now, yeah, they basically waterboarded him to death. But here's the funny thing about that: the thing that gets me, you said that was a first person view. You mean because the CGI was actually not as good as everybody says?
No, it was not.
Oh my god! Even for 2002 standards, that thing didn't look that good.
So my thing is this. So aliens in the living room. So did the cops come and pick up the alien body? FBI, government? What's up?
I don't know. But after all that went down, father goes outside with his son, stabs him in the leg with the EpiPen, and he's basically praying to God, saying that that I'll never doubt you again, God, never doubt you
Complete
again.
With Meryl and Bo breaking down in tears, like, no, God, no.
Yeah, and he and little boy lives. Everything's all hunky dory. Next thing you see the crop outside. It's snowing, and looks like Father Graham is Father Graham again. The end.
He regained his faith, D. He has faith in God.
Yes. Yeah, he has faith in God now. It took aliens, but
this is stupid.
Now here's the funny thing. I like this movie. This movie is where you can see all the cracks in Shyamalan's writing. As it comes to all of his movies, this is his best movie to me. I really mean it. I thought, because I saw Sixth Sense not too long ago. While it's written well, it's overrated. I saw Unbreakable not too long ago. It's overrated. Signs is not overrated, and it's not that good. And you know what? That's good for Shyamalan. That's where Shyamalan shines at to me. When it's mediocre, that's when he's really good. So this movie, despite its flaws, it had flaws, nigga. It was actually not that bad. It was okay.
I mean, here's my thing. I was more miffed about the inconsistencies of the aliens. Because I was thinking that, okay, it's not like I was saying the aliens were going to be practical. But it's just when you see the alien, you're like, that's it. That's it. And you don't know what to really say about it. It's like, okay, I guess. Did you guys know who was gonna be Meryl originally?
No. I was like, go ahead. Just go ahead. Who?
Mark Ruffalo.
Really?
That was before Ruffalo did anything, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I mean, Ruffalo was in movies, but he wasn't like, oh, it's Mark Ruffalo, that dude. Paul Newman was supposed to be Graham Hess.
Wait a minute, what? Paul Newman?
Yeah, he was trying to go for an older role. He was going to go either between Paul Newman or Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood would have never done this movie.
Clint Eastwood is too rough. Clint Eastwood would have punched the alien at the end of the movie.
I know. He's like, I don't get to punch the alien in the nuts. No, you don't. This fucking country's changed.
Without a monologue, the father would have been like, this goddamn country to the goddamn liberals is bullshit.
If I'm going to do this, I got to do it my way. Like, okay, Father Graham, don't call me father no more. I remember the day I lost my wife when I had to shoot her in the face. Like, wait a minute, what?
What? Cut. Oh, Clint, we weren't going that dark with it, all right?
Man, like, all right, come on, bring it in, man. Like, it's not that, like, just like when you say, like, come on, can we make it a little bit lighter than that? You fucking pussy. This is what's wrong with America.
Oh, also, Johnny Depp was also another person in running for Meryl too.
But here's the funny thing about Johnny Depp. He's too good for this movie.
Do you think he would have overacted the screaming in the closet?
No, I think he would have did it all right, but it would have. No, that had to be Joaquin Phoenix.
No, I'm gonna go 50. I'm gonna say there's a 50% chance.
I think Johnny Depp would have did better at it, but it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. But that's signs. Yeah. That is signs. So, by what you heard of it, DjTsu, will you ever look at it?
Probably not.
All right, cool. So it's Shyamalan and Tyler Perry movies. Got it. Good. Gotcha. Cool.
Hey, kids, don't forget to watch Boo 2 of Medea's Halloween this October.
We're gonna say that all month, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Because we're low key promoting Tyler Perry's movie because we can't. That's why.
Yo, Tyler Perry, look, no, seriously, Tyler, give us money. We'll help you out, nigga.
Hey, you donated money to Joel Osteen. I think you could push something our way. Just saying.
Hey, man. Look, man, I know you gave money to Colin Kaepernick. That was all cool, but you did give money to that snake oil salesman called Joel Osteen. So I'm just saying, bro. Don't worry. I'm one of the good black Christians that don't throw TD Jakes under the bus. But nigga, you want to give me a reason not to?
Just saying, a five-figure sum would be awesome. Just saying.
You know what, nigga? Fuck all that. Just do look. You ain't got to give me money. All you got to do is one thing. Make sure Keisha Knight Pullum doesn't show up in any other movie because she's not that good of an actress, dog. Stop listening to all these
Shots
old black
fired. Bang bang.
Stop listening to all these old black women. You got to put Rudy in there. No, don't.
No, you need to put in there Robin Givens. And with that is Signs.
Yeah, so next time you hear us, it'll be Treehouse. Ooh.